Title: Conceptions of Effective Mathematics Teaching Within a Cultural Context, Perspectives of Teachers from China and the United States. How to cite: Jean-Fa Cai Times Dao Wang. Conceptions of Effective Mathematics Teaching Within a Cultural Context, Perspectives of Teachers from China and the United States. Journal of Mathematics Education Teacher. SSN 1386-4416, Volume 13, Number 3. Introduction. Problems. This study investigates Chinese and US teachers' cultural beliefs concerning effective mathematics teaching from the teachers' perspectives. Although sharing some common beliefs, the two groups of teachers think differently about both mathematics understanding and the features of effective teaching. The sample of US teachers put more emphasis on student understanding with concrete examples, and the sample of Chinese teachers put more emphasis on abstract reasoning after using concrete examples. The U.S. teachers highlight a teacher's abilities to facilitate student participation, manage the classroom and have a sense of humor, while the Chinese teachers emphasize a teacher's solid mathematics knowledge and careful study of textbooks. Both groups of teachers agree that memorization and understanding cannot be separated. However, for the U.S. teachers, memorization comes after understanding, but for Chinese teachers, memorization can come before understanding. These differences of teachers' beliefs are discussed in a cultural context. Gap. Researchers found distinctive differences in classroom instruction between East Asian and Western countries. Example, CAI 2005, CAI and Wang 2006, Fan et al. 2004, Lung 2001, Lim et al. 2008, Ma 1999, Stigler and Hebert 1999. The differences of classroom instruction are reflections of distinctive underlying cultural beliefs and values. CAI et al. 2007, CAI et al. 2009, Lung et al. 2006, Nazir et al. 2008, Perry et al. 1999, Stigler and Hebert 1999. Cultural beliefs about teaching do not directly dictate what teachers do, but teachers do draw upon their cultural beliefs as a normative framework of values and goals to guide their teaching. Bruner 1996, CAI 2004, Wilson and Cooney 2002. Thus, the fundamental question is, what is effective mathematics teaching for teachers in Eastern and Western cultures? This study aims to develop a better understanding of Chinese and US teachers' beliefs concerning effective teaching within a cultural context. Purposes. Purpose. In the past 3 decades, a number of cross-national studies in mathematics education have shown that East Asian students have generally outperformed their US counterparts when assessed on tasks that are routinely learned in schools. Example, Becker et al. 1999, Lapointe et al. 1992, Robitaille and Garden 1989, Stevenson et al. 1990, Stigler et al. 1990, US Department of Education, 1996. Since students acquire much of their knowledge through classroom instruction, researchers have tried to focus on teachers and teaching in different cultures to understand the performance differences.
T. Methods 1. Content or design. Methodological. The view existing study reflect the value and possibilities of investigating teacher beliefs about teaching mathematics through systematic and in-depth interviews. In the past, most researchers inferred the teacher beliefs and perspective of effective mathematics teaching through interpreting those observable institutional differences. Wilson et al. 2005. Little has been done to refer the teacher beliefs about effective teaching from their perspective, especially teachers from different cultural backgrounds. While the study builds on previous study of teacher beliefs in general and cross-cultural students on teacher beliefs in particular, in this study, we are primarily interested in teacher perspective about in characteristics of effective teacher and effective lesson. 2. First, to find out something. Selection of teacher, 9 Chinese teacher and 11 of US teacher were selected for the study. All the selected teachers are distinguished as mathematics teacher according to local criteria in their respective region. In particular, that US teachers are those who have received recognition from the teaching excellence, such as the Presidential Award in Teaching or the Teacher of the Year Award. The Chinese teachers are those who have been honored a special class or first class teacher. The hidden strengths in the teaching purpose in China of those have been recognized as great teacher by France. Heading number 3. Data collection or instrument. In the data analysis, who devote their paths to code and analysis transcriber database. Both researchers began with an open coding approach, a process of developing categories on concept. The purpose of this open coding phase was defined unanticipate challenge issue to cultural beliefs from the teacher. Response scone unitive slant issue of cultural beliefs from the teacher. Response scone we are examining elder that using a star list of codes the we developed to special address or share question about teacher. A star list of codes the we developed to special address. Okay, I want to writing number 4 variables conception of effective mathematics teaching with a cultural context perspective of teacher from China and the United States or America shortcut. I'm writing 5 data analysis or statistics. The data analysts we identify their passes to code analysis transcripts data. Please, both researchers began with an overcoding approach, a process of developing categories of concepts, and terms emerging from a transcriber that without making any further assumption. Mills and Huberman, 1904, Stewart and Corbemer, 1919. Researchers have designed the frame teaching models based on examination on for multiple aspects of the teaching beliefs mentioned by Thomas. For example, based of the different roles teachers play in classroom. Ernest, 1989, proposed their teaching models: instruction model, explainer model, and facilitation model. D. Results. The results are presented in the section channels and unit stage. Teacher fears about the nature of mathematics, learning of mathematics, and effective teaching of mathematics respectively, given the clear interaction between the aspect of teacher beliefs in the interview that or discussion of their aspect are often interwoven. Okay, I want to writing number 8. This is what that conclusion and suggestion. Okay, the conclusion: the study examined the channels and unit state teacher conception of effective mathematics teacher with and cultural context. The result show that the teacher from the two countries have quite different views on what constitutes effective mathematics teaching, which are close associated with their views on the nature of mathematics. The findings of the study show the view of examining teacher beliefs about effective teaching from a cultural context. In addition, the findings of the study shall have a number of implications for future study. The examining cross-cultural beliefs of effective teaching from teacher perspective. Okay, suggestion. Inflation for future students. One of the unique contributions of the study is to situate the discussion of effective teaching in a cultural context. Finding from previous students suggest the channel's instructional model applies to make a learning submerged and learning process accepts.